Okay.
Measuring your weight. Do not grab the handles or move. Weight measurement is completed.
Okay, I gotta put in your whatchamacallit. She's like, I'm still smiling.
Grab the handles. Place your thumbs on the oval electrode.
Stand with your arms out to the side. Yes,
Keep your
ma'am.
arms
Go
straight.
ahead.
Your arms must not touch the sides of your body. Starting your InBody test. Do not talk or move during the test. The test
Okay,
is
go ahead and hang up your handles, Miss Smiley.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
There you go. That camera is amazing.
So that's what we're working with. 315.7 with clothes on.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, guys. It's your girl, Twan. And welcome back to Traces of Twan's Life. To all of my sun rays. And welcome to Traces of Twan's Life. If you are new here, I am back to give an update on my weight loss journey. Now, my last week video, I shared with you guys that my current weight at the time was 312 pounds. Again, I know my scale says 313. However, my doctor's office scale is off by 1 pound. So I want to always make sure I'm going with the scale at the doctor's office. So I always subtract 1 pound on my weight when I share it with you guys. So with that being said, you guys, I did have a gain, and I wanted to share that and talk about the gain, because sometimes we get very frustrated when we have gains. We feel like, oh, we bummed, we didn't do something right, we want to throw in a towel, all that good stuff. But I just want to share with you guys that I am up 2 pounds. Yes, 2 pounds. My scale says 315, but I am currently 314. So that means I went up 2 whole pounds. Now, when I went to the doctor, you guys know I weigh in on Wednesdays, but I had a doctor's appointment on Friday. And normally, you guys, whenever I have a doctor appointment the same week as my weigh-in, I try to wait until I go to the doctor's appointment first, and then I just combine, everything all together. So that's why I'm late with this video, you guys. I would have had it out Friday, but I had a lot going on, so I apologize for being super late. I never want y'all to wait too long, Sometimes I do, and I have to skip a week. It depends on what I have going on in my life. Life comes first. But with that being said, you guys, I just want to share with you guys what's going on and what happened. Okay, so I went to my doctor's appointment, and they did the InBody scan and everything. And so my previous appointment was August the 15th. The appointment I went to on Friday was September 13th. So just 2 days off from, a whole month. So let's just say it's just a whole month. Whew. My hair is in my earring. Whew. Okay. So within 1 month, you guys, 4 weeks, according to my weight here at the doctor's office, I was 322.7 August 15th. On Friday, September 13th, I was 315.7. So that's 7 pounds. So it shows that I lost 7 pounds. That is tremendous, you guys, because I shared with you all prior to doing the phentermine with the Wegovy. In 2 months, I had only lost like 5-point-something pounds in 2 months. Yeah. Doctor's appointment from, let's see, I believe it was, from March 22nd through May 23rd, I had only lost 5 pounds. Yeah. 5.2 pounds. 2 months. 2 whole months. That's like 8 weeks. Versus the 4 weeks, I lost 7. So you see the difference in adding the phentermine with the Wegovy. I don't know what exactly happened, but it kind of readjusted my body. But let me share this with you guys. Before I get more into all of the analysis from my InBody scan, I shared with my physician because she wanted to know, how was it going? Did I notice anything different? Any heart palpitations, any increase in blood pressure, all those different things. And of course, you guys, I have not had any heart palpitations. I haven't had any fast heart rates because periodically I check my heart rate on my my Apple Watch, just to see how things is going. And I haven't had any of those things. I haven't had any headaches, nothing, nausea, cramps, any pains. I haven't been feeling tired, anything. So it's like the same. Only thing I have had still is the constipation. Yes. So I've been trying to take my magnesium here. I don't take it every night, but a few nights a week I take the magnesium so it can kind of help me sleep, well, and also it's supposed to help, with other things like your muscle and your bone health as well. And it's supposed to help with constipation. But yeah, I've been hitting my fiber pretty much every day. A few days I went over, so I was super happy for that. But I'm still having a little constipation, so I think I'm going to start juicing a little bit here or there just to kind of help me out some. But I want to share with you guys, I did tell my doctor that I played around with the phentermine a little bit. Yes, I did. The reason I played around with the phentermine is because I do my injection on Wednesday. And usually by that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so to speak, usually by that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm really not that hungry, So I noticed that on those days, I was eating maybe around 800 calories. So I would kind of force myself to go over the 1,000 to get in the range of 1,100 to 1,200 on those days. Not hungry, but I would force myself, just to eat that because, I felt like I wasn't getting enough calories in. My mind was telling me that. So, excuse me. So what I did last week, I played around with it and I skipped 2 days. I skipped 2 days of the phentermine. I did not take it the previous week, Friday. I didn't take it that day. And I believe it was Saturday or Sunday. So yeah, so that Friday I skipped it, that Sunday I skipped it. I did not take it. And yeah, I was up 2 pounds when I weighed in Wednesday, However, my 2 pounds had nothing to do with me not taking that phentermine at all. It did not. My doctor did tell me that, yeah, it's okay if I want to do that. She's perfectly fine if I want to do that. She said she's okay with that. If I want to skip that half a tablet on those days because I noticed that I don't need it, she says perfectly fine. And she told me that if I only eat 800 calories, but I hit my protein and my fiber goal, she said that's perfectly fine. She said you don't have to eat the whole 1,500 calories. You don't have to even have 1,000 calories. And she shared with me that they have a weight loss program that they use for people who want to drink, I believe it was 4 shakes a day. I think it was like a 2-month, a 3-month program. Yeah, I think it was like a 2 or 3 month program where that's all they do is drink 4 shakes a day. That's it. Shakes only, no foods, just shakes. But within that shakes, they're getting their fiber and they're hitting their protein goal. And they were able to lose a lot of weight and the patients loved it. So yeah, that's something that I guess other doctors' offices probably do as well. So keep in mind that the weight loss doctor that I go to, she's also in a practice with a lot of physicians that does other types of weight loss surgeries. So this is something very common that they do a lot with patients before they actually go in to have surgery too. You know, they will put them on that shake program. So she told me that, and with that program, they only get in 800 calories a day. And they was, after the program was over, the 2 or 3 month program, they were able to transition into, you know, a regular lifestyle with food and all that, and everything was perfectly fine. So she told me that if I feel that I am full and I'm not hungry and that's all I've eaten is 800 to 1,000 calories, as long as I've hit that 80 grams of protein and my 25 grams of fiber, I am fine. I do not have to keep going. So I want to share that with you all because I know that was something that I was really worried and concerned about. Going into when I thought I was going to be put on Zepbound, because I was looking at, you know, how many calories other people was intaking on Zepbound, and I know that they were not taking in 1,000 calories, and a lot of them were not even taking in 80 grams of protein either. So yeah, I kind of know that from their conversations, you know, some that I've had with them or what they state in their videos. So just to, you know, make sure I am not confusing anybody. It is okay if you're eating 800 to 1,000 calories. As long as you're hitting your protein, your minimum protein. It's okay to go over, but hit that minimum. Okay? Whatever the minimum is set for you. Some people is lower than others. With me, it's 80. So that's what I stick with. I know some people who have had you know, weight loss surgery, it's 60. So I'm only speaking for me. Mine is 80. If you have had surgery, your doctor may have told you 60 grams per day. Whatever your physician has told you, stick with that, not what Twan said, okay? We clear, right? Okay. So with that being said, you guys, let's go back to the InBody scan. I'm down 7 pounds in 4 weeks. That is awesome. Compared to where I had been since March. So for the last 6 months, you know, everything was kind of slow. It just really started speeding up. So since things are speeding up now, my physician is happy and I don't have to go in now until every 3 months. So I'm excited about that. So with the scan, she shared with me where, you know, my body fat mass was prior to this journey and where it is now. Right now, my body fat mass analysis is at 165.8, which is awesome, you guys. My total body water weight is 111.8. My lean body mass is 149.9. And on her scale, my weight is 315.7. So, what she showed me was that I gained from last month to this month a whole pound of water weight. Yes. And I told her, I guarantee you that 1 pound of water weight just came up from this previous week. Because I told her I'm up 2 pounds this week. And I shared with her that my husband and I, we had to go, you know, out of town to a funeral. So we stopped and we ate at a Steak and Shake. And I had a hamburger. I had fries. You know, but I did not go over at all. I didn't go over. My caloric intake, yet and still, it probably was a lot of sodium. It probably was a lot of sodium in that food. You know, and then that hamburger probably had a lot more fat than the norm, you know. So yeah, I know that it part of that probably came from that. And then I shared with her that last Friday, my husband wanted to go to this local restaurant. It's a family restaurant, and they have all you can eat catfish and all you can eat shrimp. And of course, I don't eat catfish. My husband loves it, but he had the catfish and I had the shrimp. I ate very light because we were able to get, you know, grits, a bowl of grits, you know. So I had the shrimp, I had the bowl of grits, and I had a salad. And the server said, well, you know, you can get one more side with this meal. I was like, oh no, it's going to be enough. I'm not going to eat all this. And it was all you could eat. And I had 15 large shrimp on my plate. I had half of that bowl of the grits. I ate my side salad, and I did eat the 15 shrimp. Again, I had cheese on the grits. I did not eat the whole bowl of grits. I was not going to eat that whole bowl. I just had half of that bowl because I figured, looking at it, if I eat half, it'll only be compared to eating one serving size of the package of grits that I normally buy and eat here at home. However, I don't know how much sodium was in that meal, and that's the only thing I had outside of what I would normally, eat on a weekly basis was the steak and shake, and then that Friday when we went to the mom and pop local restaurant. So I'm saying this to say that I'm sure that 1 pound of water weight, I'm sure, you guys, it came from me eating out. Probably too much sodium. So I gotta make sure that I watch that, and make sure that I flush my system really well, increase my water whenever I go to a restaurant. And I will say that one day we went to that place, I did go over my caloric intake. I think I had like 1,600 and some calories that day. I did not do just the 15 or below. I had like 1,600 and some calories. But I told my husband, I said, was it 1,600 or 1,700? Might have been 1,700 calories I had that day. Yeah, I think it was like 1,700. I'm not sure. But I told my husband, I said, although I went over, I'm still fine because I may have over tracked a little bit that day. Because sometimes when you eat out, you really don't know, so you kind of over-track, or sometimes you may even under-track. But I intentionally try to over-track whenever I eat out because I want to make sure that I'm not, overindulging. So I told him, I say, and besides, I don't eat my exercise calories. My Fitness Pal, they give me extra calories that I can intake every day when I do my exercise routines, whenever I'm walking, riding a bicycle, whatever I'm doing, lifting weights. It'll tell me I can eat extra calories, but I never touch those. I never touch them at all. I don't even allow them to come up into my daily count. I just let them stay down to the bottom just to see how many years I have. So I never use those. So I told him, there's no way I'm eating more than not even enough to gain. There's no way, there's no way I had 7,000 extra calories that week. Okay? Because 3,500 calories 1 pound. So 2 is 7,000. There's no way I had that because some days I barely had 1,100, 1,200 calories. So I told him it's definitely from the probably extra fat from the grease that the shrimp was cooked in. The fries, the grease that fries was cooked in, the grease that the hamburger, the fat from the hamburger, all that good stuff. So it happens, I just have to make sure that I'm mindful a little bit, on those things. And I want to share it with you all because it can happen to all of us. So don't beat yourself up for those 1, 2, or even 3 pounds. Don't beat yourself up for those 1, 2, 3 pound gains, that morning, that Wednesday morning that I weighed in, I did get up that morning. I did my bicycle like I normally would do. I did an exercise workout as well. So who knows? It could have been, a little inflammation from all the working out I'm doing. It could be a lot of different things, you guys. I don't know. I'm not going to say, but I know it has nothing to do with my caloric intake. I just want to make that clear. So I want to make it clear with you guys, if you're doing the right things by tracking, monitoring your foods, you're staying busy by moving, doing your walking, your bicycle, your elliptical, your stair stepper, stairmaster, whatever you're doing, keep doing. If you're rowing, whatever you're doing, keep doing those things because at some point you'll get rid of the extra sodium and it'll work itself out. It has happened to me so many times on this journey where I'll gain a week. There have been a few times I gained 2 weeks in a row, and then the next week, boom, I have a huge loss. So who knows what it could be. I remember one time, a few times I had a gain, and then I had a really good bowel movement that day or the next day, and then boom, 2 pounds gone off the scale. I'm like, whoa, I know I wasn't impacted like that. But this medication does slow down our digestive system. That's why normally I try to eat light on Tuesday evening. I try to eat a little earlier on Tuesday evening too, because I know that it slows down our digestive system. So that next morning when you wake up, your food probably hasn't digested all the way, So when you weigh yourself the next day, you may still have a lot of that food still, in your system. So it could be a lot of things. So I just want to share that and just talk about that with you guys, because I don't want you to beat yourself up, if you gain a pound or two. Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay? Don't beat yourself up. So I just have to make sure that I am, increasing my water and watching my sodium. And that is the reason why they say, when you're on this journey, you cannot go out and eat every week. You cannot. Don't indulge in all that fast food stuff, because it will get you. That morning that my husband and I went to that funeral, I did have a protein shake early that morning before we left. It was a couple hours away from where we live at, so we were on the road probably a good 2.5 hours going, 2.5 coming back, 3 hours, something like that. I don't know. Maybe 5 to 6 hours, we were on the road that day. So with all that being said, I didn't get any physical activity in that day. So that could possibly have something to do with the weight gain as well. So I don't know. I just have to keep moving forward to make sure that when I weigh myself in on Wednesday, I am back down to where I need to be, or where I was last week, which is the 312. That is my goal, to try to get back to where I actually was. And y'all know, whenever I have these little fluctuations in my gain, I don't claim it. I'm still 82.4 pounds. Okay. And it's so funny, you guys, because if y'all watched my previous video that I did with my hubby, and we were talking about why people look at you differently when you lose weight, my husband was like, I'm so proud of my wife because she has lost 80 pounds. And I looked at him and I said, 82.4 pounds. And he had to correct himself, say, yeah, 82.4 pounds. And there's a few people who come and it was like, that's right, sis, claim them 2.4 pounds. We just laugh, because I did a little short on it as well, and I put it on my social media channels. Everybody, there was a few people who called it, and they laughed. I said, that's right, girl, claim all your pounds. And then I turn around and get on the scale a couple days later, and I'm up 2 pounds. I'm like, really? So I'm not going to worry about it, y'all. I just laughed about it. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. So I am still doing good. I'm still on this journey. And I did a live on Friday night with my sister, and she was sharing with you guys how to drink your alcohol specialty drinks and still lose weight while on this lifestyle journey. So check out that live stream, you guys. We will be coming back and doing it again in a few weeks. And we want for you guys to join us as well. I am going to do it on StreamYard so that I can allow, I think, up to 6 people to come up to the screen, and all of us will be on at the same time so the audience can see all of us, so all of us can be making our drinks, and we can share with everyone what we're drinking and what ingredients we use, as well as the calorie intake. All right. I am going to go right now. Thank you guys so very much for joining Traces of Twan's Life. Have a God bless day.